Thank you for viewing Lena Reads. This is for Scorpio for March. Um, yeah, I already shuffled, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull. Ooh, okay. We got the High Priestess. She's in reverse here on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one as your first card, Scorpio. Actually, I was just getting ready to flip this deck, so she would have been in the upright. So, with Scorpio being the sign of transformation, or like Pluto, the house of death and resurrection, the 12th house, or what is it? Anyway, the 10th house. Yeah. So, with that, like, just as I was getting ready to like turn the deck, I pulled this off and then I turned the deck. So this would have come out in the upright had I taken the card first. So there's a a flipping going on. Like, Scorpio is about to change something here with this High Priestess. Like, the High Priestess is a spiritual card, so I have to take that as Scorpio is like learning, or has learned more on their spiritual journey, that is changing the way they treat their spiritual exercises and practices, right? Like, I want to say you might have been a black magic person, or like a rude magic person, but you're turning that into a way to help yourself or others here, possibly family. Let's see here. The High Priestess is the moon in reverse. Yeah, it's like not to say not to say that you may have been a black magic person. That's for somebody out there. But somebody who has a very intuitive mind, right? A very um like, sometimes you can't explain why you know things or how you know things, even though you know how you know. It's just ain't nobody gonna believe you just know. You know what I'm saying? You just know. That's just the bottom line. You're an in you're an empath, so you know how to read people, or it's not even about knowing how to read people. You automatically read them, and you may have been keeping this a secret. You may have been using it for, or using it against people, or using it, you could have even been using it against yourself, but now you're about to flip it and learn how to use it for yourself, and learn how to use it in a good way for others. Like family protection, or protecting your children, protecting your home. Okay, Scorpio. With the King of Wands here, that's the next thing. He is in the upright. He's definitely your influence, or he has something to do with this transformation in your power, or the transformation in your intuition, and how you're using the gift that you have. Oh, excuse me. And the Hierophant here, this is Taurus, but there's a sort of enlightenment. There's a raise of, oh my goodness, this is a lot. Okay, it's not a lot. It's just it's very heavy because you got two major arcana and a king, right? Let's see where the transformation comes in. We got the next card we got is the Six of Wands. For me, it's in reverse. I know it's upside down for y'all, but um, it's in the same direction as the High Priestess. So I'm going to take that as an enlightenment to the gifts of the High Priestess, like a recognition to the gifts of the High Priestess. But there's something pulling on your energy. It could be your native religion, like with the way you were raised. Um, it could be that you have to keep some things secrets. You might have to keep some secrets. Let's pull two more from the ethereal visions. Oh, okay. Okay, it looks like you still have some growing to do, possibly in the emotional aspect of using the emotional aspect of being an empath, right? You might pick up people's energy. I'm saying you might pick up people's energy. You might, in everyday situations, have to like carry other people's burdens, or as soon as somebody comes around you and they're upset, or they're whatever you're reading from them or whatever you're picking up from them, however they're feeling, you pick it up too easily. And you have to learn how to kind of separate yourself or separate their energy. The Ace of Pentacles here on the bottom of the Greenwich Tarot is saying that you got something coming in here. It's, let's see. If you got something coming in, it's going to come when you finally make this transformation. Okay. Give me one from this deck and then I'll clarify. All right. Okay. So with the Six of Wands here, it's like you have someone's taking notice, right? Like a lot of people, your influence is growing. But you're not trying to, let's see here, with the Nine of Wands, it's messing up your flow, right? You do pick up people's energy too easily, and it does affect you, and you know it, and you kind of want to not deal with all the extra attention. Okay. With the High Priestess in the center here, I'm taking that as there's like a little bit of a battle here between what you're learning and what you believe in, or what you've always believed in. And like something you're learning is challenging what you've known all this time. And the transformation comes in where you start to understand that your original understanding may have not been correct, and now you have to learn how to see it for what it is, see things for what they are. But the first step is to be able to evaluate there's a lot of wands here, so I'm gonna say it's to be able to evaluate the energies around you without being affected by them. Okay, so let's see here. You have to change your way of thinking without the influence of others, or you have to change it with the influence of others, and you have to learn how to take it or leave it, or block them, block yourself, or block people from being able to affect whatever decision you've made on how you're going to believe or move forward. Okay, that is a lot. Let's see. Bring it down one level. Two of Swords. Like I said, a decision on how to believe. That's what I'm seeing. Or how to evaluate the new information that you're getting, the new way of thinking. Because there's going to be some things that you know that are correct, and then there's going to be some things that are questionable, but you've been raised believing them, so it's going to be hard to break old habits, basically, or change old beliefs. Teach old dog new tricks, or something like that. It's like you're fighting to not make this transformation. I feel like that. I'm going to go ahead and I want to clarify the High Priestess with the Seven of Wands again. Let's see. No, this. Okay, I got 2 sevens. 2 aces of pentacles. Well, one, I saw the ace of, no, yes, no, this is the Knight of Pentacles in this deck, okay. The African American Tarot. So that's the Knight of Pentacles. It's like with a clear, decisive choice, right? Once you make a clear, decisive choice which way to go, if it feels like either way you will learn the same lesson. So advice here looks like just make a decision instead of holding yourself up. Make a decision on what you're going to believe and stick with that. But the truth is the truth, and that's going to come through here. The truth is going to show itself to your eyes. You will see the truth with your eyes, with your own eyes. You won't have to guess at it. You won't have to figure it out. Once you make a decision, it won't be long before you find out the path that you're on, right? Like, basically, that's it. With the Seven of Wands here, okay, there's some more stuff that you need to do. You're not as what is this? Hold on. Okay, so there's an energy pulling against, right? Hold on. Okay, so for somebody, you're fighting to not believe something new. You're fighting to not upgrade your computer to Windows 11 because Windows 10 has been absolutely fine and you're tired of updating and doing new shit, right? I get it. That's one way to see this, right? It's like, why do I have to change anything? And that's the like push pull here when it comes to the transformation, when it comes to making this new understanding work in your favor. But that's exactly what it is. It's an understanding. You just have to understand what's happening, and like you'll eventually figure out that it's not even new. It's just the next step to understanding what you've been doing all these years, or what you already believe. What you already believe may not be completely wrong. It's just it's misunderstood until it's understood, and the only way to understand it is to move forward and grow. It seems like it seems like you're making a whole change, but Windows 11 ain't that different than Windows 10. It's the same thing. So with this Seven of Wands, this is just weird for me because to me it's this figure in this card is too close to a kid, right? I feel like there might be some fear here. But it's fear for somebody else. It ain't like you ain't scared of nothing. It's just you're scared for something. If that makes sense. Like you might be scared for a family member, or I don't know what the fuck this is. So, yeah. That's why I'm gonna close it. I hate to close it there. Hold on. Why am I not focused? Okay, I'm gonna try to focus it like this. Nope. Okay, so I shouldn't be working with this one at all. Hold on just a second. Really? Okay, yeah, it's not focusing for me. Dang, I don't want to start this over, but I think I'm just gonna have to. I might not upload this one. I might have to just redo it. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish it out like this for now. It's slightly blurry. I apologize. But yeah, it's like the Seven of Wands is throwing me a little bit. What is this? Let's try that one. Another seven. That's 3 sevens here. I think of the slot machines when I see 3 sevens. Somebody was taught something by their mom, or like something that was like a tradition that was passed down through generations, and you were only taught what you could you were only taught what you could understand at that time. You don't really know how much more or how much deeper that tradition is. You know what I'm saying? But there's more to that tradition that's for somebody. You're about to, as a water sign, you're about to be introduced to a new flow, or someone's coming in with a solution. Let's see here. They're coming in with the Knight of Cups is usually an like an offer. But I feel like this Knight here is coming in with um, an explanation, right? It's this is information. It's gonna be like it's an explanation that it's an explanation of what you don't know about what you're about to learn, right? Or about what you're fighting to not accept. It's an explanation about it, but it's on the opposite side. It's not on the side of things that you work on. Like you might work. This is just an example, but you might work in accounts payable. But this person might come in and explain something about accounts receivable to you that makes you understand the next, like a bigger picture of the processes in the whole accounting system, right? So this is offering you, it's not an offer in a traditional sense, so much as it is an understanding for you that makes everything else you're dealing with flow into what you already know. I'm gonna go with this deck because we haven't pulled from it yet. This is supposed to bring it down a level. Oh, I did pull from it. Give me a one for Scorpio if you don't mind. If this is the right deck. Thank you. There we go. So, the rock star in this deck is the Knight of Wands. And with this, I see you run with the new information, right? Yeah, you find the practical use of the new information that you get. Like, you learn, you already know accounts payable, and now with this information about accounts receivable, you're moving into the next level, right? You're taking off. And I want to give you a good example there. But really, I see, with the High Priestess and the Hierophant here, I see it as like a religious experience for somebody. Somebody's learning that the way they pray, the way they've been taught to pray all these years is not irrelevant, but now they have to pray from their heart. They have to pray from their deeds. They have to. You can't even just pray. You literally have to go out and give of yourself during prayer. Something like that. It's like you're finding out something about your religion or about your beliefs that is not what you always thought it was. For somebody else, if this is a relationship, right? You may be having to reestablish, what do you call it? Like you may be having to, not renew your vows, but you may be having to reestablish what your marriage was built on, or what your relationship was built on, right? So yeah, there could have been some lies and truths coming out, but you can work through it if you understand that each other's just human. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are just human, and we're not going to expect any unearthly things of each other, right? You just, you may be reevaluating a relationship and considering something like polyamory, something like that. Like, it's Scorpio, and there is about to be a transformation, but it's going to be different for different people. If it's family, and I'm feeling that too, family might have a lot to do with this. If it's family, I feel like y'all are working together, but there may be something you see that your family don't see, or something they see that you ain't gonna believe if you did see it. So there's a little bit of tension, but I feel like the scorpionic energy in here, in this spread, is still almost like a motherly or a protective. Whether you have all the details or not, you're still dedicated to the family. any way it goes. When it comes to the details, it's just a matter of accepting what you, what's almost to you is almost unbelievable. But understanding that you have to make a decision to believe it or not, and then move forward from there, and immediately the situation will fix itself. Like I feel like the situation will fix itself as soon as you make a decision. I'm gonna call that the message. Have a good night or a good day. And thank you for viewing. Like and subscribe.